Hello there, this is Melek and welcome to episode 7 of my Ostranauts series. I'm deciding where I'm going to go. And I feel like this thing here, the Mescaform, the old Emporium, it's highlighted for a reason, yeah? So I'm going to go there. Apparently I'm boarding a tram. Do I stay on this screen or do I have to go and... I literally don't know. Oh, hang on. It's paused. Oh, no, there's a whole thing. Cool. Okay. The red neons cast heavy shadows in the old Emporium, Caeleg's only leisure district. Though he is a relic of a former world, a portal to the halcyon days of wildcat Nigerian colony before Earth's Appalachian Cascade gutted the economy. Spacers come here to escape the bureaucratic grind, to imagine a world without bosses, to split a chilled bottle of bismetna, even when they can't afford to. A dozen meters away from the shuttle stop, you see a knot of revelers gathered in the warm light of the Mescaform bar. Laughter and conversation float through the Mescaform in a melange of English, Mandarin, even Yoruba. Don't know what that is, but it's a thing. The last one might be a sign. Ayo, managers are mixing it up with the common folk. Okay, so it's kind of like a posh language? Who knows? Whatever the language, the warm organics of human voices in close proximity is a welcome departure from the hollow echo of chatter. Yay! One of the faces in the crowd is the Fixer. They're a known quantity in the station community, Caeleg's portal to a system-wide, ever-shifting black market, whose appetite for used ship parts and other rare salvage can never be sated. It shouldn't be too hard to get the Fixer talking. Just mention you have something to trade, and they're likely to be interested. Okay, so here we are. I'm guessing that's just kind of like the shuttle thing. Oh, hey, random dude. Actually, you know what I could do? What would be sensible? If I knew how to do it, is look at my contacts. No. Well, the roster is... Jeez, I'm not even scheduled to sleep, ever. I feel like... yeah, I feel like that's a bit harsh. And apparently the 24th hour in the day, I can't... Yeah. I need to still do the zone thing. But, goals. Oh, hang on a second. Here we go. So, it's not quite what I was looking for, but it'll achieve the same result. I need to have... See, target not found in current ship. You aspire to obtain legal status eventually. Am I an illegal? God, dystopian future. So none of them are found on current ship stroke current location. Freya, what are you doing? She just keeps wiggling her leg on my lap. Well, maybe none of my missions can be done in this area, but I'm guessing that's the bar area. I'm just gonna go through here and have a look at what this is. I suppose I should keep an eye out for any sources of water. Let's have a little look at the coffee machine again. Oh my god, it's actually got stuff in it. Like, that looks like it's actually got coffee. I mean, I know it's a bit rude, but, you know. I'm just gonna drink anyway. And now the drink pouch is empty. Okay. I like how these drink pouches are just like really fucking knackered. Even just calling them pouches makes me dislike them immensely. I will take this coffee, and I will probably end up throwing half of it away. Oh, the gig nexus. I assume it's going to be similar sort of, or the same list as the other one. What the fuck? Someone's put a sticker over it. Look at the vandalism. This is not helping. Investigate death. Yeah, I think that was the Wistful Sigh. Yes, that was that gig. Yeah, that's the one I kind of want to go and do. A cooler. We've got a cart. Sundries. Chairs. Passenger seats. Tables. Bar tables. Oh, I could just turn my ship into like a little yacht. Mescaform neon signs. Smart TVs. And a bed for 1,300. Or a sleeping bunk. Fixed frame sleeping solution. Great for sleeping and napping. Not the most comfortable. But at least it can roll up for easy storage. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. I bet it's something you have to drag around with you, though. So... But then again, actually, it's not got a box around it. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a thing. Sinks, toilets... Yeah. That's a thing. Yeah. And floors. Huh. Might be something good in here. I think the bulkhead bins are a bit expensive. Corner racks. Because I've got like a 1x2 rack, haven't I? That's storage bay. 14,000 for a storage bay. Oh. Let's fastidious space secure their valuables out of sight underfoot. Ah. So I'm guessing it is just a big storage area like the rack, but doesn't occupy its space. You can then continue to either walk on that tile or you know, it doesn't obstruct anything. That'd be cool. I'm glad that I got the rack from salvaging it, though. A subfloor bin. Okay, so you have to kind of... Huh. So the subfloor bins act as sealed flooring, so you kind of have to remove the floor, put the bin in its place, whereas the storage bay seems to be just a thing. I mean, it's a thing. Bear in mind, the borders of these icons definitely seem to strongly suggest what they are. So you've got the square borders with two corners are installable objects, I guess. Then you've got the things with just triangles in the corners are floor panels. Oh, but then this 1x1 rack also has... Oh, okay, ignore me. I don't know. And there's the bulkhead bin that I think's... No, because I've got a rack. Oh, I don't know. The point is, there's stuff you can buy here that could potentially be quite useful. Whippable framework. What is this? Structural support. So that's kind of like floor that isn't floor. But then for that money, you might as well just use floor? Oh, I don't know. Maybe there's a mass limit or some thing. Just wandering around, loading bays and stuff. Is this the way in? This looks like the way in. A heater. So there's tables and minimal other people around. Bar top. There's a dude. Victor Matthews. Oh, hello, Freya. She's just on the move today. On the move a lot. Darkest moon. Okay, so this is the first time I've been doing socially things. Offer to trade, lament, love life, reminisce. Ask about skills. Calm them down. Stop messing with the music, guys. These ones at the bottom are just messing with the music. What? There's so many weird options. Sure, let's just offer to trade. Oh, I'm going over there. A drink pouch like new. Kind of feel like a flask should probably be a thing I do, and then just pour all the liquids into the flask. But I don't know how much space flasks take up. Like a 4-liter flask. That's a sizable flask. It's approaching a gallon. You know, that's a lot. You know, 9 pints. 7 pints. Whatever. The point is it's a lot of liquid. And I don't particularly want to buy it for that much to find that I have to drag it all the way back home. And he's not wanting to... Actually, what does this guy sell? Because I think the whole point is... No, they don't want to buy anything from anyone ever. Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh, I think all of my containers are basically full now. They've all got some kind of liquid in them. But I could drink some coffee. Hang on. Can I squeeze multiple coffees into one pouch? Because you can fit 2 waters into a pouch. Yes, you can. Excellent. This makes things more efficient. Can I put 3 in there? Yes, I can. This makes, like I say, this is good. There we go. That's the most that you can do. I'm just going to drink this coffee just to get rid. They're all drinking. I don't like the idea of this. Dispense liquid. Quick. The sink gives me water. I do not see the water. Oh, it's empty. Seriously, they just used it all up. There's lots and lots of actual coffee. Okay, so it gave me water, but I have no idea where that water went. Yeah, just freshen up, I guess. Because why the hell not? I don't know. A fully evacuated rectum. Yay. I'm still freshening up. I'm assuming that will mean... well-groomed. I'm gonna get my defecate on without taking off my suit. I'm assuming there's a flap at the back, like those kid onesies. I feel like I might as well, while I have access to a toilet, I might as well use it. Preparing to defecate. That it? Okay. I actually didn't... I so didn't need to that it had 0 effect. Okay, Diego. If I just ask about their skills. The fuck? I've got options to fight him. In persuading others to change their mind. You feel like another face in the crowd. Lament love life. Reminisce. Sure. What's the worst that could happen with just randomly chatting? Cool. You have personal space to yourself. You have all the personal space you need. Interesting. What are these exclamation marks? Is this then problematic if I have no idea. Maybe that's like a, I'm done talking to people. My character will get miserable if they have to talk to anyone anymore. I don't feel like there's a huge amount of point in this. Wait, so there's an exclamation mark fully on them now. What's going on? I think I got them as a contact. Like I got their number kind of thing. I have no idea. Now, I haven't explored down here. Looks like they have access to that area. Oh look, we can go through here. Straight into the middle area. View the news. Perpetual food source. Sure. You watch the TV more closely to find out about the Ubercorp experiments pursuing a supposed infinite source of food. Yeah. You feel liked by others. You feel a bit disconnected from others. You feel able to see the silver lining in everything. See, obviously green is good. Andrea Horn. Hi, Andrea Horn. Location NAS Patrol. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So this is actually a little bit more information. I need to create new zones on my ship, apparently. Freya, what are you doing? You're just not settling. You're just very fidgety, aren't you, madam? What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Yeah. Kitty's being a cat. Oh. So Marissa is the one that I'd hacked and then they became my enemy. And they are in the port. I didn't notice them. Oh, became enemy during time in Brig. They're a law enforcement officer. They were a criminal. Get rid of that for a second. It's a shame I can't actually see the bottom of Diego Sullivan. To actually see if I can hover over their location and actually, you know, So the PDA... Social? Yeah, okay. So if I open up my... I suppose if I open up anything and go here and then social. Okay, so that's how I find that. Okay, I get that. Okay, there's not much to do here, so I'm going to go and get a mission. I'm actually going to go back to the port. And see if we can find that dead person. And then very quickly do it, get back, and yeah. Jeez, look at all them. What are they up to together? Oh, they're just going somewhere. I guess. What are they even doing? Cleaning the pod? People are weird. Okay, let's see if I've got any things that I owe anyone. No, apparently not. Everything's paid. All good. It's late in the day, like, and there's this shift thing. I'm in no pain. I'm very well rested. I could just keep going then? I think I wanted to get a license. A 24-hour license. Get a mission. There it is. So now I have a permit. It will last... Hey, that's not 24 hours. Look, it's 9:30 in the evening, right? This lasts 23 hours and 40 minutes. I've been ripped off by 20 minutes. Little shits. Whatever. Fine. Can't believe they conned me. Right. So my glorious ship, which is in a reasonable state, I guess. I probably shouldn't just do random crap when I can be out and about doing stuff. Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense. I actually feel like I should probably, like I was doing before, just have the toolbox there, so I can pull it onto the ship, or pick it up, or whatever. I just feel like it's not a terrible place to put it. I kind of wish I had a larger airlock area, but I suppose that will all happen in time. So, let's press F1 so we can see a bit more. So what we need is to build 2 wall pieces in here when we're out in space, but obviously we can do that whenever we're not docked with anything, or if we're docked with something that's knackered. Oh, but the kiosk. I wanted to get the mission, didn't I? No, that's an access locker. Use. There we go. So if I pick up this gig to find out what happened to this dead person. At minimum, if it takes me 6 hours to do it, I get nearly 5 grand. That's fine. But if I'm really quick, which I should try and aim to be quite quick, depending on how things go, within 45 minutes, then I get a huge payout. So I'm going to take this gig and then immediately head, because now I have goals. Or are they... See, it's paused at the moment. Ah, gigs, specifically. So it really doesn't give me anything other than... Well... Again, game paused. Oops. I was hoping... I might just have to... Let's have a look at the gigs again. And 7, 8. 105, 7, 8. Now, will it be exactly that? I keep on pressing WASD to... That's... I just need to stop doing that to try and scroll this nav screen. Gonna cause problems. So it could be that one. Yeah, because there's nothing else around. I think... but this is annoying, because that one there is the closest to the exact distance that they're after. But... there's a cluster here, and if that range system is like within a kilometer, you know, it's not a precise thing, and it could be any of these, I think I'm going to go for the one that's closest. Because that is really close to the exact amount of distance. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to disengage. Hail ship. The fact that that's surrounded in red, is that just because I've targeted it? And is there a way... I really don't know which ship the Wistful Sigh is. So I'm just going to have to hope that the one that's closest to that measurement is the correct one. Bear in mind that there's another one, this one here, 106, which is in the other direction, is also quite close to the distance, 105. Now, it might be that this number starts to change as I progress, so I should look out for that. But ultimately, yeah, I just have to request undocking, release the clamps. Reverse the thrust a little bit. Okay. Now, I'm locked onto this, so my range is going down. Gigs. 104.25. 104.19. Okay, so I'm getting closer. Oh, goddamn. Why does it have to autosave in the middle of a maneuver? Okay. So that is approximately in front of me. Where's it gone? Where the fuck's it gone? It's the one that's further down that is the one I'm after. Slightly down. Okay. So there you go. 50 meters a second is my relative velocity, and my range to that vessel is going down. Let's go and get some actual oomph. Let's get up to 200 meters a second, which is, I don't know why, but it just seems to be my happy spot. Where are we headed? Good, we're about headed in the right direction. let's put the alarms back on, because we definitely want to be alerted. Yeah, I would say that the wistful sigh is what I'm heading for, because that is going down. And it's keeping the numbers up to date, so now I have 42 minutes remaining. So there is definitely a school of thought that anything I recover off this vessel, salvage-wise, probably won't be worth as much. Has it deselected it again? Am I deselecting it somehow? Oh, I don't bloody know. Anyway, let's go a bit faster. And speed up time slightly. ETA 4 minutes 30 seconds. I mean, the fuel is pretty cheap. Half a kilometer a second. We have 1 minute something or other to target. And then what I'll do is I'll match speed when we're getting closer. Because as I say, we always aim to miss. And to be honest, that's quite good. I'm just going to aim to miss a bit more. Slow time down a bit. Okay, I'm just going to pause the game and have a double check of the gig. 7 kilometers, yeah, so this is definitely the vessel in question. Match speed. What the fuck's this? How do I get rid of this? It's a debug console. Anyway, clear that proximity alarm. Pause the game still, keep that paused. There we go, F3. I knew it was one of those from fiddling before. Fiddling. Hopefully those errors, because I mean this is still early access game, so I'm going to allow a little bit of yeah. Anyway, initiate docking. Okay, let's go half sensible speed. Come on, give me a break. It's fighting me. It's really fighting me. It's fighting me because I'm still matching speed. Idiot. Come on. There we go. Docking achieved. Okay. So, checking the gig timer. Oh boy. That's immediately just swung straight to there. We have 37 minutes left out of 45 minutes to get the maximum reward. I mean, it took me hardly any time after... So basically, 10 minutes should be a safe amount of time within reason. Like, I don't want to leave it 10 minutes remaining as I undock from this to then get back. But it looks like there's multiple dead people. So yeah, we're gonna see what the hell's going on with this little ship. Looks like there's a lot of oxygen on board. It's really valuable. And blood. Blood. Okay. Right, well, it's time to get me shoes off. Don't know why I said it like that. Probably should just put them in this thing. Like, is that not a thing I can do anymore? Could have sworn that was a thing that I was able to do before. But that's fine, whatever. The tools will be available. I'll just move them. Well, actually, to be honest, I'll leave the tools there. I will toggle the power on my lamp so that it is bright. I could put the hygiene pack somewhere as well. It's weird. I could have sworn when I dropped things into this... Oh, it could be that's trying to drop it into the... Oh, I see. Well, the hygiene pack can squeeze in there. I must remember that I've got all of these things in the duffel bag. In the tote. Okay. So now I've got a knife for emergencies, a crowbar in the pressure suit, weirdly. And now we're just gonna investigate a death. Looks like we're gonna end up investigating multiple deaths at this rate. We'll see, I guess we'll see. But I bet that there's no oxygen in there. Should have waited a bit. So we've got batteries. Batteries are good. Why have I got so much crap on me, though? Like, as far as bringing back loot, I've got so much in the way of drinking pouches and shite. This trash can go in there just to get it out of my way. So we've got a pump. We've got, with nothing on it. We've got all this oxygen. It's like an oxygen freighter. But it's definitely suffered a problem. But an oxygen freighter, that's big fucking money. That is big money. First things first, though. Yeah. And apparently that's just blood that I can move around. Why would I want to keep the blood? I don't know. So, the gig specifically states... Jasmine Singleton. Examine dead body. Yeah, she looks unhappy. Oh, washing up after such grisly work is recommended. I mean, I'm wearing a pressure suit. What the fuck is this? A middle-aged female corpse was known as Jasmine Singleton, but is now definitely dead. Well, a corpse generally is dead. Jasmine has no apparent cause of death, but her skin is necrotized and blackened in the shape of a hand with overly long fingers. This death appears clearly unnatural. Yeah, let's do the gig examination. I do not like that. Unusually long fingers. This is not good. What is this? Commit to report this soul's death. Carry the case file to gain related interaction options, including abandoning this commitment. What? I guess commit to report death? I don't know. So now I have a... Oh, CO2 levels are a bit high. Let's head back into my ship. So I now, in theory, have, thing. And what I mean by thing is the gig is kind of done. Yeah, because I've now got a death investigation. Cool. Well, if I just put that on the floor there, because I've got nowhere else, I should check this ship while I'm here to see if it's got any other cool things. And probably just like leave... I don't even know where to leave half the crap that I've got. So... Okay. This drink pouch, that drink pouch, this coffee pouch. I mean, it's a good drink pouch. It seems like we do have a lot of time between drinks. Let's just... Can we stack them in any way? No, I didn't think we'd be able to somehow. I don't really know how much space I actually need. I do want the maximum payout for this, but I also want, you know, good stuff as far as, So, this other person, do we care? Close death invest. Well, I don't want to conclude the current. So can I only like have one? You can't get to them. Kind of feel like I can because they're like right there, but I'll allow it. There's a pump there. I don't remember there being particularly much value in that. Cloth. This view seems to reveal things that I like. Loose walls. There's an awful lot of loose walls and stuff in this ship. Power switch. Going on outside? Someone's bashing something around. Okay, other than the oxygen, which don't get me wrong is really, really good, there's not a huge amount here. There's some small electrical parts, but let's have a little look at the oxygen. We're going to have a little look at the oxygen that are most full. If any. I mean, that 81 seems good. Let's uninstall that one. I'm going to go and grab whatever tool is needed for this job. A screwdriver, apparently. And we're going to have a little look at the gigs and see how much time we've got. 35 minutes. So actually, we've spent 10 minutes from being at the gig terminal to now having found the body, gathered the evidence, and we could now leave. It's not great, but I think we just need to uninstall whatever we can, and it looks like we've got good uninstalling skills at the moment, so I'm happy with this. But yes, I assume that I'm going to have to deposit the gig cause of death file thing. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. There you go. That's 72% full. So if I just uninstall them while my CO2 is good... See, this payout for investigating this murder will actually get me enough money that I can just justify buying that cool EVA suit and make this backwards and forwards nonsense that I have to keep on doing a thing of the past. Yeah, because even just a CO2 scrubber is going to be good. See, I did a little research many years ago. I mean, good grief, it must be like 15 years ago now or something. For game mechanics, I wanted to understand the more specific rules about the atmosphere, because I already knew a little bit here and there. about atmospheric stuff and what's survivable for people, but the detail's actually quite interesting. Like, a lot of people think that in an enclosed environment where, you know, you're enclosed, you're breathing, blah, 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 and that you run out of oxygen. A lot of... Did that just change of its own? Are things multiplying, or is that just me? I'm going to drag this oxygen tank back into the airlock. It's probably nothing. But it's not. It's not that you're running out of oxygen. It's that the amount of CO2 becomes toxic. The amount of oxygen that's left is pretty good. Like, the atmosphere... I'm going to have to talk in percentages initially, but we're going to have to go into partial pressure at some point. So the atmosphere, as many of you know, is about 20%. It's just under 20% oxygen, just under 80% nitrogen, and the remaining bits, like 2%, is like a mixture of CO2 and argon and other random shit like that. CO2, hello. Brain focus. The nitrogen for us, for humans, that nearly 80% of the atmosphere is irrelevant for us. We don't do anything with that. We breathe it in, but it doesn't do anything. The oxygen, of course, that's something we do stuff with. Let me just get in there and wedge that door open. I don't actually need that for anything. So what I'm going to do is shove that in there to provide more space for other things. I'm just going to stand in the doorway, keep the doorway open, take that helmet off. Okay, that should be enough. Oh, I want CO2 scrubbers. So yeah, it's that 20% or nearly 20% oxygen doesn't get depleted significantly if you're in an enclosed space. It's not exactly a 1-to-1 ratio, I don't think, but you're converting that oxygen into CO2. So it's when the CO2 builds up to toxic levels that's the problem. And it's toxic at very low percentages, like 1%, 1.5%, something like that. The numbers may be off slightly, so apologies to the people who are nerdy as well and know the exact numbers. But it's not much. You do not need much CO2 in the atmosphere for the atmosphere to then become unbreathable. And that's when you basically choke to death and die, kind of. But there's still, most of the oxygen's still there. So if you just have a CO2 scrubber, which is just something that takes CO2 out the air, you don't need to put new oxygen in order for that to be super useful. You know, you take the CO2 out, keep the air breathable, there's loads of oxygen left. So just taking the CO2 out with a CO2 scrubber, it will massively increase the amount of time you can actually have that air as breathable. Yes, you'll eventually convert the oxygen to CO2, the CO2 will be taken out, and then the amount of oxygen is now not good enough. But it will take a lot longer. So that's a whole thing. What's interesting though is it's the whole 20% oxygen thing is more like, it's not, the amount of oxygen we need is not as simple as that. The amount of oxygen we need is to do with the partial pressure. So now we're going away from percentages. See, I only know it in PSIs. I don't know what the kilopascals of it is. But the PSI of Earth is about 15. Don't ask what that is. That's just the air pressure at sea level, blah, blah, blah. And because 20% of it's oxygen, about 3 of that PSIs is oxygen. And that's what your lungs are actually interested in. They're interested in that 3 PSI of oxygen. So it doesn't matter whether the atmosphere is 15 total, with only 3 of it as oxygen, or 3 total, and 3 of it is oxygen. Your lungs' ability to get oxygen in and get CO2 out, it's very careful wording there as I'll come to it, your lungs are fine with that. Now at 3 psi total pressure you have other problems. Mostly the fact that the air pressure's so low that now your lungs will struggle to stay, to keep moisture, and then they will dry out and crack, and then you will drown on your own blood, which is bad. I think that it's about 5 is a safe amount of atmospheric pressure to have to stop your lungs cracking and bleeding, and you bleeding to death. So if you had like about 3 psi of oxygen, partial pressure, and then about another 2 of nitrogen, or some other kind of inert gas, you know, helium will work. Make your voice funny, but it'll work. You will then survive, you'll be fine. Okay, I feel like I've got enough oxygen tanks to make this a worthy journey. The walls weren't quite the right walls, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to call this a job. Get my coveralls on. And I know that there were a couple of other things that we could have grabbed while we were there, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to quickly get my shoes on. Turn off my... nope. Turn off this. Inventory this. Oh no, that's the one I stole. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm happy with that. That didn't. Yeah, I'm happy with the thing I stole. Yay. Sinister music is really bothering me. Oh, it's auto-saving. That's fine. That's fine. So yeah, so you end up with an atmosphere that's like 60% oxygen, 40% nitrogen, but you're okay because the partial pressure of the oxygen is still 3, which is what your lungs are happy with. Your lungs generally can go down to about 2.5 partial pressure, 2.5 psi, before they start. I mean, you might feel a little bit like... So the body's weird. Shall we get underway before this gig randomly runs out because I clicked the wrong button? We've got 26 minutes to get back. So that was easy. I think we've got everything we need. I mean, I've got this bit of paper. It said about the gig in the thing. Yeah, let's just get out of here. Get back. We've got a load of stuff. Okay. Comms. Hail ship. That. Undock. Target unresponsive. Release clamps anyway. Maybe I should stay in here and actually navigate. Reverse those thrusts. Whee. Okay. Where's where we want to go? We want to head straight back to the station. Okay. There's probably faster ways of... I'm just gonna... Okay, that will then mean that we will miss the station, which is good, because I still don't really... Like, I'm pretty sure I should not run into that green thing. The green thing will be bad. We are 102 kilometers away. Our ETA is 6 minutes. We have plenty of minutes left on this gig. 25 to get the maximum reward. So I'm happy to just cruise toward the station at a relatively slow pace, just to make sure that we don't hit anything. Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, it's detached the bloody... What is... It's a hauler, and it's zipping around like a little shit. What's that mystery thing just there? No, that's because I'm on time speed thing. any thrusting is actually a lot more powerful. Oh, I don't like that hauler just keeps on flying backwards and forwards. Like at random. What is it doing? I'm actually going to match the speed with the station now. I just don't... and then I'm going to come in at a slightly different angle than I was planning on. Just because this hauler is just flying around, zipping around like a little shit. What is it doing? Yeah, I know, it's that hauler. Is it because its thrusters are more powerful on the back, so it's reversing, spinning around to decelerate safely? I dislike it. Right, it docked. It did a dock. We're about to get into range of the station. Matching speed, matching orientation. The bearing is starting to wibble. Clear that proximity alarm, please. Undo that. Hail ship. Clear docking, please. Just choose a docking port. Just dock, please. Cool. I'm going to get up to about 100 meters a second, and then I'm going to decelerate as we get a bit closer. Because that is like the maximum safe thing. What is that now? Fuck's sake. I hate it when... Is it just the same thing as before? Stop it. You're annoying me. Let's just be, you know, slow and steady with this, you know? We're all good. We're all good. Okay. We have clampiness. Clampiness happened. Cool. Let me just double check my inventory. So I've got that paper. I feel like the paper is something different though. Like, I don't know. Okay. So, now what? Oh, my gigs. Refresh? Investigate death. Here. Turn in. Premium tier payout. Holy shit, 41.7 thousand. Oh my goodness. That was a good payout. Okay. I feel good about that. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do, since that's kind of looks like, I think this series is just going to be an awful lot of hour approximately length episodes. I am just going to haul all these oxygen tanks in, so you don't have to watch that. All I'm going to do is haul the oxygen to here, I mean, because it looks like we get better money from this place, but that place buys more, and then we're kind of done. So anyway, next episode, I will be going on shopping trip. Oh, look at that. $2,000 for an O2 canister. Fuck yeah. Let's do this. So yes, until next time, I hope you are enjoying this very slow-paced series. Maybe on in the background. I now keep saying that, but I'm just kind of like, I've got to justify somehow the value of this series. If it's just going to be me repeating this kind of very slow kind of thing. But either way, until next time, cheerio.